Hello everyone, this is Himanshu Saxena, and in this video we are going to understand again one of the concepts of English grammar, which is active and passive voice. So what do we mean by active and passive voice? You can say in very layman terms that again these are two ways of saying the same thing. Let's say for example, Ram is washing clothes and then clothes are being washed by Ram. Both the statements mean the same thing. So this is in a very layman terms. Now let us understand where do we use passive voice. Passive voice is used when the event or the action or the happening is more important than the people involved. Example, flood affected people were relocated. So those people were relocated is more important rather than who were those people or who relocated them. So it depends what kind of statement you want to create. So let us take one more example. 10 lakh rupees were donated to an orphanage. So in this statement, who donated the amount is not important, but the amount was donated, that is more important. But when I want you to know who made that donation, I will say Ram donated 10 lakh in an orphanage. So this is how we create statements depending what is our need. However, there are certain statements which cannot be made in passive. Then there are certain statements which cannot be made active. So in this video, we are going to understand the same. Now let me tell you the identification of passive voice. So in passive voice, we always use the past participle form of verb with be. So I'm sure you all know what are forms of be. In case you don't, please have a look at the screen. So these are some of the forms of be which you can see on screen, and with any of these form we use the past participle form of the verb, right? Past participle form is also called third form of verb. Like I have just given you an example, flood affected people were relocated. So were is a form of be and relocated is the past participle form of relocate. Now let us understand certain rules of conversion. Rule number 1. Subject changes into object and object changes into subject. Let us take an example. Ram washes clothes. In this statement, Ram is subject, washes is a verb, and clothes is an object. So as per the rule of converting an active statement into passive, we are supposed to switch the positions of subject and object. So both of them will switch their positions and it will be read as clothes are washed by Ram. Rule number 3, we will use the past participle form of verb. That means the third form of verb. So I'm sure you already know now. And the last rule which we are going to study in detail is the helping verb will be according to the rule table which we are going to study right now. So in this case, clothes are washed by Ram. Definitely are is the helping verb. So why did we use are and not are being or maybe have or maybe has? So this is what we are going to study in the rule table. So now we will understand the rule table. On the screen on this board, there is a typical structure of a rule table. So before going any further, let me tell you one thing, that out of 12 tenses, only 8 can be converted into passive. There are 4 tenses which cannot be converted. So with the help of this rule table, we will understand which tenses can be converted and which cannot. So let us take the first group, which is indefinite group. In indefinite, we have past indefinite, present indefinite, and future indefinite. So this is the active side, which you have already studied in tenses. Just to take a quick recap, in active side, we used, for past indefinite, in active side, we use the second form of verb. I went to Delhi yesterday, right? In case I use did, so I will always use the first form of verb. I did not go to Delhi yesterday. In case of present indefinite, we use the first form of verb or SES form of the verb depending upon the subject. So if I say I go to college, it is the first form. But if I say my friend goes to college, this is SES form. And in terms of helping verb, we use do and does. I don't know anything. My friend doesn't know anything. For future indefinite, we have will shall with the first form of verb. I shall go to Delhi tomorrow. So this is the active side. Now let us understand the conversion. So in terms of conversion, things are pretty easy because we are already clear that the past participle form of verb will be used in every case. So you can see on the screen that we have used the third form of verb, or commonly called past participle form of verb. Now, in case of past indefinite, we will use either was or were along with the third form of verb. In case of present indefinite, we use is, are, am depending upon the subject of the statement and third form of verb. For future indefinite, we use will, be plus third form of verb. Let us take some examples to understand the concept better. So for past indefinite, we have an example. Ram wrote a letter. It is in active side, right? Past indefinite. So second form of verb is wrote over here. Now let us apply the rules. Ram is the subject, wrote is the verb, and letter is the object. So the first rule says that subject and object will swap their positions. So you can see letter and Ram, they have swapped their positions. Next rule, we will use the third form of verb. So in case of wrote, we have written. And the helping verb will be as per this rule table. So in case of past indefinite, we have was and were. Depending upon the subject, which is letter right now, we have used was. So a letter was written by Ram. We are done with this. Let's understand the other example. Present indefinite. Ram writes a letter. So as per the rule, in active statement, we have made the statement, right? Ram writes a letter. The positions will be swapped. So here is the letter and here goes Ram. Third form of verb will be used. Here it is. And this helping verb is as per the rule table, that in present indefinite, as per the subject, we use is or are or am. So in this case, we have used is. A letter is written by Ram. The third example is of future indefinite. Ram will write a letter. Again, active statement. Let us convert it to passive. Ram and letter will swap their positions. So letter is here and Ram is here. Third form of verb is right here. And when it comes to helping verb, as per the rule table, we have will be. So we have used will be. So a letter will be written by Ram. So these are three tenses of indefinite group, and this is their conversion. Now let us understand the conversion of continuous group. So in continuous group, again we have past continuous, present continuous, and future continuous. So in the active side, we say in past continuous, we use was or were depending upon the subject along with the ing form. I always say that ing is the body of continuous. So wherever you find this tense continuous, you should always use ing, be it past, present, future, active or passive. If it is continuous, ing will follow. So I was going, we were playing yesterday, right? Then present continuous, which is in action right now. I'm teaching you right now. I'm recording this video right now. We are playing right now. We are listening to this video right now. He is watching the video on active and passive right now, right? Then future continuous, something which will be in action in future. So I will be traveling to Delhi tomorrow. I will be going somewhere. So these are the examples of active side. Now let us quickly understand the conversion. So you are now aware that the past participle form has to be there. So in case of past continuous, we use was, were, and now understand, since we have to use the past participle of form of verb, it cannot be used directly with was and were. Otherwise, it will go to indefinite group as we have just studied, right? So in order to justify continuous, which can be justified with ing, so we have used being. So was, verb plus being, and then past participle form of verb. Let us take the example. Ram was writing a letter. So rule is the same. A letter, that means Ram and letter will interchange their positions. A letter was being written by Ram. So this was being is as per the rule which is right here on the table, that in past continuous we use was or were with being. The next is present continuous. Present continuous in active, you have seen is, are, am plus ing. When it goes to passive, we again is, are, am and being. So this being is actually for continuous, as I've just told you that continuous needs ing with itself, right? Let us take an example. Ram is writing a letter. So again, a letter is being written by Ram. Now the third is future continuous. So understand this point. So in future continuous, in the active side, we already have this be plus ing. And in the passive side, we have been using being and being. So this being and this be plus ing, they clash. And since this form clashes, we cannot make passive of future continuous. So I have already told you, out of 12 tenses, only 8 can be converted. So this is one of those tenses which cannot be converted into passive. Now let us understand the other tense, rather other group, which is perfect group. So in perfect group, again, past perfect, present perfect and future perfect. So I will not tell you the active side, you already know, or you can see on the screen. Let us quickly jump to the passive side. So when it comes to the conversion of perfect group, the helping verb which we are going to use is been. So in past, again, had been. For present, depending upon the subject, has or have been. And in future, will have been. And the past participle form of verb is compulsory, as you know now. Let us quickly take an example of past perfect. Ram had written a letter. So Ram and letter will interchange the positions. Helping verb will be as per the rule table, which is had been, and past participle form of verb will be used, which is written. So a letter had been written by Ram. Similarly for present perfect, Ram has written a letter, active. A letter has been written by Ram, passive. And now future, Ram will have written a letter will have been written by Ram. So I hope with the basics of this active and passive, you're quite clear. But remember, what we are studying right now are the basics. So, but yes, you must lay a firm foundation, and that is how you can go to the advanced level. The next group is perfect continuous group. Over here, just remember that there is no passive of perfect continuous group. So present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous and future perfect continuous do not have passive voice. So 3 them and 1 was future continuous, 4. So these 4 tenses cannot be converted. So quickly on the screen, let us have a recap of all the groups and the rule table. So I'm sure you must have understood the concept of active and passive voice. If you still have any query, please drop into the comment box, or you can also tell me what kind of videos you want in future. Stay healthy, stay happy. Thank you.